What's up, sports bettors? Alex here, and we are going through the best NBA player prop bets for Mavs Warriors. Mavs Warriors today on Friday. The Warriors absolutely annihilated the Mavericks in game one. I still think the Mavericks have a pretty good chance at winning this series, but we are looking through the best positive expected value, mathematically profitable bets on OddsJam. So a couple of these bets I've already placed, the two highest percentage ones. First or second, we have Curry over 1.5 steals and blocks, plus 110. Pinnacle, 24 cents away, right? Minus 114 to plus 110. 24 cents away, plus 110, a ton of value. And then also Klay under 3.5 made threes. I bet this like 3 different times. I have it at minus 122, 225 on it. I have it at, at minus 118, and I have it at minus 120. So I just keep betting it. Klay under in threes, there is a ton of value. If you just look at the odds, right? Klay under in threes, FanDuel has this minus 118 right now if you haven't bet it. Pinnacle, the sharpest sportsbook in the world, is all the way down at minus 153. There's a freaking bug. Pinnacle is all the way down at minus 153. So just looking at the odds, it's very clear that there's a lot of value on FanDuel, right? Pinnacle has this minus 153. We're getting minus 118 on FanDuel. So a ton of improvement to Pinnacle, as well as basically every other sportsbook. So that's definitely a bet you want to lock in. But the bet I'm going to lock in this video is Brunson under 26.5 PRAs. So points plus rebounds plus assists, PRAs. I actually really like this bet as well. So what we're going to do, aside from the math supporting this bet, I think it's a pretty good bet. Jalen Brunson under 26.5 PRAs. I'm going to try to hit it, and we can see this bet has a profit margin of 3.3%. So 3.3% edge or profit margin, which is under this percent column on OddsJam. So 3.3%. The bet in bold is the mathematically profitable sharp bet. So, again, just look at the odds, right? This is why it's so critical to have multiple sportsbooks as a sports bettor. Literally every other sportsbook has this like minus 110, minus 115. We can get plus 110 on Caesars. Insane value. They're the only book giving you plus money on this, on the under 26.5. So there's a ton of value, right? What we can do, we can see Pinnacle zero vig line is plus 103. We're getting plus 110, right? So your goal as a sports bettor is you want to beat the zero vig line, the no vig odds, the true odds, the fair odds from Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker out there. So they have this plus 103.29 fair odds once you remove the juice, which you can do with the zero vig odds calculator, minus 110, minus 111 was Pinnacle's market. So once you remove the juice, you can see plus 103.29, which is exactly what we see on the positive EV page. Only 30 cents in market width as well, right? We added a market width column to OddsJam, only 30 cents in market width. So plus 110 is pretty incredible value. Caesars takes the bet. We lock it in. We have another sharp bet for tomorrow. So Jalen Brunson under 3.5, or under 26.5 PRAs, plus 110 on Caesars. This is why it's so critical to have multiple, sports betting accounts into Line Shop, right? Because these line discrepancies sometimes are pretty massive, and OddsJam is, constantly scanning all of these lines, trying to find you value as a sports bettor. Minus 78,000 for the Celtics at the end of the second quarter. Pretty insane. But Brunson under 26.5 PRAs, that's the bet we're locking in. We're getting great value to every other sports book. So it's a mathematically profitable sharp bet. The sports betting math supports it. And I went ahead and I locked it in for $500 on Caesars. So a bunch of bets open on Caesars, which I'm pretty happy about. Spent a lot of time on the positive EV page today. And now we can kind of, I added this bet to my bet tracker. And again, you should be tracking your bets, right? Even if you're not paying for OddsJam, the bet tracker is 100% free. And what's really cool about it is not only does it show you your profit and loss as a sports bettor, your ROI, but it also shows you how often you are beating the closing line, right? So you want this number to be as high as possible as a sports bettor, right? Above 50% definitely, but if you can push that number, above 60% and possibly get to 70%, you're going to see this positive ROI and positive net profit follow. So Brunson under 26.5 PRAs. We can see Caesars already moved the odds. They already lowered the odds. They were like, yo, good bet, Alex. Super sharp. It's now down to plus 100. So unfortunately, you will not be able to tail this bet, but you can still get on Curry over 1.5 steals plus blocks, which is a positive EV bet I locked in earlier. So again, track your bets. You want to know your profit and loss. You want to know how often you're beating the closing line. It's really important. So we can see, Reds tomorrow, I bet plus 175. This game is on Friday, so this is an MLB pick, not an NBA bet. But, I bet this plus 175. Currently, the zero vig odds, the fair odds are plus 168. Here we can see the bet on the Cincinnati Reds. So, I use my own software day in and day out, tons and tons of bets open and going on, because, again, you want to know. You need to be beating the closing line, and you need to be finding value as a sports bettor. If you, go 50 and 50 betting plus 105 odds, we go through this example a lot, but it kind of highlights the importance of, finding good value. If you go 50 and 50 betting at plus 105 odds with a $250 stake, you're up $625 in profit. Here's the formula. You can go through it yourself. If you go 50 and 50 betting at minus 105 odds, you're down $600. So even though these differences in odds, like, oh, who cares if I'm getting minus 110 versus plus 110? Like, that is the squarest thing ever to say. These percentage differences, 5% differences in odds, make all the difference in the long run. Right? If you're trying to get rich quick sports betting, OddsJam is not the product for you, and you should probably go to 7-Eleven and buy lottery tickets. But if you're looking to sustainably make money and find edge as a sports bettor, betting on the NBA, whatever, finding the best player prop bets, the best NBA prop bets, you need to be looking for value if you want to get serious about your sports betting. So that's what I got in this video. We have some calendar slots available with sports betting experts. You can book a call with anyone on the team who will teach you about sports betting, how to make money sports betting. And again, thanks so much for watching this video. Let's go. Hopefully Brunson doesn't have many points, rebounds, or assists, and Klay doesn't have any threes. That would be ideal. Then I don't have to sweat it out. But anyways, thanks so much for your time. Have a great rest of your day.